Hello Overclockers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's A-Pack when you need him? Hello everyone and welcome back to Epic 40, powered by Intel, sponsored by Noble Chairs, Overclockers, MSI and Draytech. It's Panda Richie and joined by Latark once more on the casting desk. We've got a pretty big banger of a game for you today in the upper bracket finals. We've got TREDGAMING versus Horrocks NSE. I mean this potentially could be the format for the grand finals.
Yeah, exactly. This is grand finals part 1.
Part 4, yeah. Part 1.
Potentially. So, yeah, upper bracket finals. So the winner of this goes into the grand finals on the main stage, and the loser will go down to the lower bracket finals, where they get the chance to go to the finals, or they might get knocked out.
Yeah, exactly. So the grand finals is going to be happening later tonight at 6:30. That is if everything goes nice and smoothly, but it is esports, by the way. Remember, we did have our esports bingo checklist that we did make a start
hopefully we don't get bingo today. I don't want bingo.
No.
I do want Overwatch bingo. Yeah. I don't want esports bingo. Production bingo.
No, God, that's a whole other kind of worms we don't want to be opening today. But yes, Tred versus Horrocks. So yesterday in the round robin, I think from what we saw, Horrocks was the only team to take some maps off TREDGAMING.
Yeah.
So even though Tred are the favourites to win, Horrocks' teams managed to get some maps off of them, and that is what could be a really close match today, depending on like how everyone is feeling today. It is a new day, different day. Things can change.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yesterday we have been told that yesterday when Tred was up against Horrocks NSE, they were off-rolling for the majority of the maps, and that's probably a reason why maps were taken. But Horrocks are looking really, really good today. If you watch the last match, you will have seen how competitive they were in that series against Warwick Angels, and they did only just come out on top, and it was a really, really exciting series. So I'm hoping for a similar kind of outcome here. Really exciting, really close series. But it depends. TREDGAMING might go back onto the main roles, and I mean upper bracket finals I wouldn't understand if they do off roll.
No, definitely.
So we might see a whole new Tred from yesterday.
That's true. I mean, there's a lot more at stake today than there was yesterday. Yesterday with the round robin, everyone's playing every single game, regardless of the score, whether you're 5-0, you're 3-2, you're 4-1. It only sets you up for the points that you get. Yeah. But with the double bracket elimination, there's a lot more at stake. So I do think Tred, if they are going to be smart about it, they should stick to the main roles. They've got to treat this as professionally as they can.
And it's different as well. It didn't really matter if you lost like 2 or 3 maps here and there yesterday if you're winning the majority of your maps. Whereas today, every map matters. Every single map matters. And if you lose a map, you're then down 1, and they are 2 points close to winning the series.
Exactly,
so it's going to be a lot more tighter and a lot more intense today, and that is exactly what we want.
Exactly, that is exactly what we want. I think we should just remember to mention it is going to be best of 5 today. So these double eliminations, they are best of 5s, with the grand final being a best of 7. So the grand finals is going to be a much longer format compared to what we have been seeing. But best of 5, to be honest, today's best of 5, it's not much difference to what they were doing yesterday in the round robins, where they played all 5 maps. I mean, with it just being a best of 5, potentially it could only be 3 maps.
Yeah.
So it could be a lot shorter time frame that teams will end up playing if one team's 3-0s. But if it goes the full distance, again, it's nothing different to what yesterday was.
No, exactly. So does look like today we will be going into control first, and we'll be going to Lijiang Tower by the looks of things. We're just waiting on the teams to be ready to go into the match. But Lijiang Tower, what do you think?
I really enjoy Lijiang Tower. As one of the control maps, I think it's one of my more favourite maps. I really enjoy it. I know some people dislike it, but I don't know. There's just something about it that I really enjoy.
Well, it's a very brawly map, and as we know, Horrocks NSE like their brawl comps.
Yes,
they like their Reinhardt-based comps. So I'm going to be looking out for that. I mean, I make it clear, I love the Reinhardt comps. I love brawl. Yeah. Reinhardt, or any kind of brawl composition, absolutely adore. So Lijiang plays straight into that field, and we definitely want to be seeing some interesting comps coming out. TREDGAMING have shown more of a liking towards a dive composition, so this might mean that Horrocks is kind of at an advantage here with the brawl compositions, because they are a lot more inclined to play brawly kind of compositions, whereas Tred, as I just said, more dive compositions and less likely to lean towards that brawl.
Yes, yeah, especially with all the choke points. I say choke points, all the points on each map. So in Tower, you've got the central bit with the pillar in the middle. Night Market, it's a bit more of an open space inside the little temple, but it's still quite closed off compared to what other control maps would offer in terms of space. And then
100%.
the final one being the tower in the middle with the two rivers either side. Very, very close quarters on the centre of that point. So like you said, this map might be going in favour for Horrocks NSE. That's if they can get onto point, because outside of the point it's very, very open compared to what you do get inside the point. So the deciding factor is really the Horrocks' execution and their team getting onto point and trying to keep TREDGAMING away. But who knows what could happen?
Yeah, really. It's interesting. I'm excited to get into it. I'm really excited to get into the first map. But as I said before, we're still waiting on somebody to get into the lobby, and that's from the side of TREDGAMING. I'm going to shout them out because now it's SXJ. Where are you? Get in the lobby. Come on.
Come on, we've got a game to start. Time's waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, whilst we're waiting for those tech issues to just sort themselves out, today I'm just excited to just see some plenty of Overwatch. Just because what was it? Yesterday was quite a long day. I think just a long day for everyone.
Well,
I mean,
we ran behind yesterday, so we missed out on the final match yesterday because it was just too late for it to be streamed. So today hopefully we can stay on track. Hopefully we can stay ahead and be able to get to the grand finals on time on the main stage.
Yeah, that is exactly what we want to be hoping. But hey ho, things will happen. If things crop up, we just have to roll with it. Roll with the punches, as they say.
Classic Overwatch.
Yeah, exactly, classic Overwatch. You just roll with the punches.
And a classic Overwatch stream, you just roll with the punches. You just have to go along with whatever happens and be ready for anything to go wrong. And that's exactly what I mean. And we're here so that you guys at home can sit and listen to us ramble on while they sort the tech issues. Yeah,
hopefully, yeah. So from what it seems like, I think SXJ is going to be getting into lobby shortly. I think they were having some FPS issues. Apparently, they weren't able to just see their frames, which is, for a game as fast-paced as Overwatch,
you need your frames.
You need your frames. It's very concerning if you don't have them. It'll be very, very difficult to play the game if you do not have frames. So
yeah, and with Overwatch it's a much more cluttered game. The visual clutter is a lot more prominent in Overwatch than in other games. Any Overwatch player will know, but it's you need your frames to be able to see all that visual clutter.
Exactly.
If you can't see it at a decent pace, then you're going to be, it's basically not playing the game.
That's true.
And who wants to play the game and not play the game?
That's true. I feel like with Overwatch is just one of those games where in order to understand it, you do need to play it. So for games like Counter-Strike, Valorant to an extent, you can kind of get the grasp of how everything's going to be playing, especially from the gunplay side of things. Overwatch is a completely different ballpark. I'd say it's not similar to League, but League also has that visual clutter where you've got 10 people all on screen all of a sudden. Everything's going off. Overwatch is exactly like that. Sorry, I've just come from a Valorant. So I've got the two games.
This is when you're gonna start calling them operators, aren't you?
Yeah, probably, yes. Yeah. I'm gonna start
all the heroes are operators,
start calling them agents. But no,
operators is 6 Siege.
That's 6 Siege. Oh god, you've got another game in your head now as well. But what was it? So As I was saying, yeah, in terms of like visual clutter, like from an outside perspective, in order to know what's going on in Overwatch, you kind of have to play it and have a bit of an understanding, because there's just, you see a team fight happening. We know what's going on, but if no one has ever played Overwatch before, they're just going to see just pretty lights like and some colourful explosions.
Pretty colours.
They're just like, whoa. They're just going to see something like, I don't know, they're just going to see just a mess, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to know what's going to be happening.
And that's what you need your frames for.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, Overwatch is I adore Overwatch. Been playing it years, as most people have been. People who have like started out playing Overwatch are probably here now. Like anybody here now plays Overwatch and has been for years and years. It's like, it's what, 6 or 7 year old now.
Yeah.
So it's an old game, and to be able to have a community like we do, where we get to come to events like this and cast and watch. And for me especially, I'm an Overwatch caster. I don't cast any other games. I absolutely adore the fact that I get to come to something like this and still be able to like watch some of my favourite players, some of my favourite teams go up against each other and be extremely competitive.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking about being extremely competitive, we finally got ourselves into the game. I think SXJ finally sorted out their tech issues and they're finally in. So we are going to get into Legion Tower and we are going to be seeing exactly how everything is going to be going down. So very exciting to see. So we are going to be starting off with the tower in the middle there for the first point. And yeah, I am expecting the more brawly comps from the side of Horrocks. SXJ looking to go on the Pharah though. Very interesting.
Yeah,
trying to go for that early boop.
All I'm going to say is I'm not going to trust the majority of these early picks, because Tred did this yesterday. They like to fill their lineup with characters and then just switch last second. And I mean, look, they've got Ryan, Pharah, Lucio, Bap and Sim. Works without the Pharah.
Yeah.
So
there's the switch.
Intrigued of whether they actually stick with this, but it does look like we're getting mirror matches.
Yeah, we're getting a complete mirror matchup, which is very, very interesting. So very excited. Yeah, they're going to be saving the TP, going to be TPing over. Yeah, Horrocks is just going to be skating over with the Lucio. So as both teams are just going to be engaging, the turrets are going to be set up for both sides. And now we're going to start getting into the action. The fire strikes are coming out from both Reinhardts. Icica just trying to throw the hammer across the wall, just trying to get a few hits in here and there. They are going to get caught by the fire strike. And Horrocks gets a lovely boot onto Captain Prash. What a lovely opening kill right now as he skates around and Sunder finds Condi. And my goodness, all of a sudden Horrocks NSE, they are starting to take the names of TREDGAMING, and wow. In terms of a brawly comp, they're the ones to come out on top. Yeah,
and like I said before, you could see that I said that Horrocks NSE is not a job, are a brawl team. They want to be playing this brawl, and TREDGAMING are not as proficient on the brawl compositions. So playing a map like Lijiang has forced them onto the brawl compositions. This is going to be a really funky TP coming through from Condi, and they're on their own.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Condi? I don't think his team got the memo.
No, I think he might have thought of something.
The fax is still printing off.
Yeah, I think he thought of something and just forgot to say it. Yeah, very, very interesting attempt, let's say. Kind of threw away an opportunity to get into a team fight. We're approaching that 50% mark, the halfway mark, onto the percentage.
Yeah, and that meant the point ticked away quite a lot.
Yeah.
For that, just that one kill. Tred falling low, has to back up, falling extremely low. There's the shatter, 2 down,
goodness.
3 down, sorry. No kills are found though. There's the window dropped down by Fate, and that's a big shatter. 3 people onto their backs from Horrocks NSE. And it looks like Horrocks NSE is going to be taking this fight, TREDGAMING, with their tails between their legs.
Wow. Both shatters came out, and not a lot of value came out from either of them. But when Tred managed to get their shatter off, I thought that was it. I thought that was the advantage that TREDGAMING were going to have, but unfortunately for them, it was completely squandered. Now the mortar strike coming out from Sonder, as well as the big giant matrix wall, and Sonder manages to find SXJ, giving them a little bit of a bastion diff right now. The beat drop coming out from Captain Prash, as well as another ginormous wall coming out from Condi, and the beat drop coming out from Horrocks in response, and the kill feed is just all lit up red. Horrocks NSE are so dominant right now. For what we thought TREDGAMING would be taking this, Horrocks NSE have proven us completely wrong. What a boop from Horrocks just to close out the round.
Seals up that round. No, he wouldn't have got the touch anyway, but SXJ didn't see the boop coming and he's thrown off the map. But you see there, the Bastions both putting so much damage in. That turret configuration, so powerful, burns through the shields of the Reinhardts, absolutely burns through all of the enemy players, all of the opponents. And yeah, really well played.
Yeah, no, really well done for Horrocks NSE. They've done a really good job. I mean, if they continue playing like this, they could actually potentially cause like a big upset, because we going through into this, TREDGAMINGs are the ones expected to be like winning the tournament, but right now as it stands, that has gone completely out of the window. You can see that Horrocks NSE, they have made the way over into the more closed off areas of the courtyard of Night Market. Do have Tred switching over to that Sigma now, and now Isaac trying to go after SXJ right now, but they've been completely cornered off. Oh my goodness, the man lives, the man myth, the legend stays alive, but falls at the hands of Sonda.
Nice
but
Condi
gets a lovely shot on to Horrocks with that lovely headshot. I mean, we were saying this yesterday when we were casting Tred versus EO. Condi is so good with the mace snipes, with the alternate fire. It's almost criminal to let him get away with it.
Yeah, we see this quick TP into the backline, trying to get a nice quick engage, and Horrocks really wants to get this boop onto Takuno, but he's just getting thrown around all over the place. Isaka falling down to Condi there, and that's losing your tank early into this fight. It's not going to bode well for Horrocks. NSE is not a job. Tred also finding a coup. There's the window drop down by Fate, but no damage going through as that grasp is there. Shield going out, and that turret configuration down, but Sonda goes down as well, and yeah, the beat is just going to seal up that point. 41% and counting for TREDGAMING here.
Wow. No, TREDGAMING, well, they've made me eat my words after that first map, because they've just come out with such dominating fashion right now. They've done really well, just cleaning up the kills and just completely flipping everything all upside down. More strike coming out from Sonda. I think
really
early. I'm expecting that they're going to try and quickly catch some kills maybe, and then switch off is what I'd expect them to do. Otherwise, I do feel like that is a wasted all. Because if they wanted to use it,
doesn't look like the switch is coming through.
No.
So that was very early, way too early if you ask me. There's this gravitic flux, beat comes out in response, and there's a lamp there as well. Isaka trying to just zone off the tank of TREDGAMING, but not going to quite last. Sonda though finding the kill onto SXJ, and there's Isaka finding 2 kills. Reinhardt's just swinging around, swinging that hammer, landing those blows, and it's just Takuno left.
Yeah, no, really well done for Horrocks NSE to claim back that point. They did a really good job. It kind of just went all downhill. I mean, a lot of ultimates were used. I mean, TREDGAMING, Tred specifically, used a gravitic flux. Probably may not have been the best time. I mean, the beat did come out from Horrocks there. We do have the Earth Shatter on the side of Horrocks NSE, where Isaac has got that primed and ready, and we have got the Photon Barrier as well ready for Akiyu. Sonda coming up close to the Mortar Strike, but SXJ is going to pop their Mortar Strike first, trying to see if they can find anyone, but the Photon Barrier comes out, and all the Mortar Strike gets is the Immortality Lamp, as that Photon Barrier actually saved Akiyu from taking damage. Earthshatter coming out, not able to find anyone. Configuration form coming out from the side of Sonda. Ooh, gets down Mr. President, but unfortunately Sonda ended up falling to the hands of SXJ as a valiant effort from Isaac to block them with their shield, ended up just getting destroyed.
Sonda falling there is pretty bad. I mean, TREDGAMING are treading carefully as they go into this fight, and there's the quick engage. Blizzard drop down, and the Mortar Strike coming from Sonda though, that manages to bait out the Immortality Lamp. Beat dropped down for Horrocks NSE is not a job, but I don't think it's going to last that long. But Sonda, he's come back, he's on the back line, and he's managed to find 2. Flux comes out onto Sonda, but he's going to be able to survive it, and it's just Tred left on this point. 99% for TREDGAMING, and the point will be flipped back. 60% and counting for Horrocks NSE is not a job.
Oh my goodness, that was really close. So really well done for TREDGAMING to get the percentage into overtime. They got 99%, so all they need is one more team fight, but 30% left on that percentage meter, it's not a lot of wiggle room for TREDGAMING to work with. They've really got to commit and really got to work on the execution of this next attack, because I feel like with this team fight, this potentially could be the last one. And as a javelin spear gets thrown out, it's not going to be hitting its target just quite yet. Tred just waiting around beside by either side, and then there is a TP to get it right into the backline. But the quick response from the immortality field, as well as Tred getting in position, is not quick enough, as SXJ is going to fall straight away. That's a huge amount of firepower gone in the way of Horrocks NSE, and the point has been flipped, like you said, Latak, and now it's all to play for. It could be anyone's game. Sonic transforming once again, trying to find the shots, but not able to connect. But it doesn't even matter, because Isaac finds Tred with the 5-strike. Sonic gets the final hit onto Captain Prash, as well as Condi, and everything is just getting thrown out. 3%, 2%, 1%, and that is it. Horrocks NSE take the first map in this best of 5.
That was really exciting. That was really exciting. And you know what? TREDGAMING off-rolled and were like looking really good. This is TREDGAMING on their main roles, and Horrocks has just done that well against them. It's the comfort comp, clearly. Like, it must be. It must be. That's the reason, right? That's the reason
100%.
why. But I mean, Horrocks NSE just looking so dominant on that map, doing a really, really good job of taking away the kills, and also their ult balance, their ult control. I always like to look at it, because it is the thing that determines not the next fight, but the fight after as well. And so it's just continuous. I mean, really well played from them, and absolutely not what we expected, actually. So almost like it's an upset victory.
Yeah, it is. It was a big upset victory. I think, like you said, the map did favour the type of composition that Horrocks NSE had, so that maybe had something to do with them, winning the map. But I can't just place the credit onto the map pick. Like Horrocks NSE, they played really, really well. Like, complete credit to them. They played exceptionally well. Isaac, really good job at positioning themselves, trying to just make sure that they are protecting their teammates with the Rhine shield. There were times when they just did not have enough health of the shield, and it did end up costing some of their teammates life. But all in all, throughout that entire 2 points, Horrocks NSE, they looked really, really good compared to what we saw from TREDGAMING yesterday.
And you know what? I think the big thing for me that points out Horrocks NSE over TREDGAMING is the fact that it's the Symmetra use. It's the Symmetra teleporter use. Like, the teams clearly have not... Sorry, Horrocks NSE have clearly practiced more with a Symmetra than TREDGAMING. I mean, we saw Condi just teleporting into the middle of Horrocks' team, and like, it just falling, but their team wasn't there. That was it. They just fell over because they were on their own. Whereas with Horrocks, you just saw all 6 players basically teleport, or 5.
Yeah. Go going back in time a little bit now.
You saw all 5 players being going through that TP at the exact same time, all together, all so coordinated. They knew what was happening. They were really good at playing their tempo, backing up, going to that TP and teleporting into the backline of TREDGAMING, and taking away the supports and taking away the positioning as well that TREDGAMING had, forcing them into a bad position, and then that's how Horrocks won most of the fights. It was really, really well played, and TP play in Brawl Comp, in Rush composition, is like the big thing in high-level play. If you're able to use and abuse that TP, then you're going to better than the other team, then you're going to beat them.
Yes, catching them completely off guard. I think the element of surprise definitely worked out in the favour when, like you said, Horrocks NSE, when they managed to get behind the back lines of TREDGAMING in the night market map, in that one instance, it really, really did a lot. I did compliment Tred in their reaction to the situation, but it just wasn't enough. I think if they maybe had that Sigma pick where before they switched to Orisa, maybe they might have had a bit of a better, options available to them to deny what ended up happening. So the Orisa, there's not.
There was a lot of damage that came down
there's a lot
the back
damage
of them. And they just kind of had to turn their backs and run, and you're not going to get much damage in if you've got your back to the opponents.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's the Baptiste and going to do? What's the Baptiste and Lucy going to do other than the immortality field? Exactly. If that's gone, you can't exactly expect them to tank for you, can you?
No, exactly. It's really, really well played, and I mean, like I say, upset victory. Horrocks NSE coming out on top in the first map. Just probably showing that this series is going to be a good one.
100%, yeah. I cannot wait for the more maps. So now that one map has been done, we've got potentially, at the very least, 2 more maps if Horrocks NSE end up taking the next one. But if not, we could go all the way for the next 4 game modes.
4 game modes. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We hope for...
Make a wish.
We hope for good quality, close Overwatch gameplay. But yeah, I think one of the players are having tech issues, I think, with the headset. So we're just trying to get that sorted out before we get into the next game, which is going to be Blizzard World, actually, for a hybrid map. Very, very surprised about that, because we have been seeing a lot of King's Row, especially yesterday. So very interesting to see that we're going to be having a Blizzard World. Oh, okay, apparently we're not doing a Blizzard World.
No. We are doing Blizzard World.
We are doing Blizzard World.
Yeah, we're doing Blizzard World. He was saying we were getting the hint to go for a break. We're not going for a break.
Right,
we're going to go straight into the map.
Okay,
as soon as they're ready.
I'm just getting mixed signals. I'm just reading the room completely wrong.
It's all right. We got it. We got there eventually. So yeah, Blizzard World. I mean, it's a choice from TREDGAMING. So clearly they've chosen to move a Blizzard World not being a very brawl-friendly map. A lot more of a flexible map. You're able to play a lot of different compositions on it. And so it might mean that TREDGAMING are going to go on to a Diva composition or go on to a more of a Sigma composition, because that's what they've kind of looked towards doing. And Blizzard World gives them the space to do that, and gives them the space to be able to abuse a brawl composition and take advantage of them. So that's that's what I'm thinking. That's probably what they were thinking when they chose the map as well.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Because like with Blizzard World, you've got those long stretches of the streets and the alleys. That is very, very difficult for a Reinhardt to really try and like create space for, because there's already so much space available. The best thing that a tank could do is try and make space further ahead from the position there are, which is what Sigma can do with his his gravity, with his barrier. He just puts it out front, and that gives him a lot of space that the team could just walk
lets
up
you close the space.
Yeah, exactly.
Really easily
Exactly. That's exactly it. Maybe, like you said, Diva maybe might be the comp, because especially with Blizzard World, you want to jump in across like the small little barriers on top onto the high ground. So maybe like even a Winston potentially, because yesterday we did see Tred going through the tank roulette yesterday up against EO.
Yeah, we did.
So we know that Tred is capable of playing all the tanks, but it looks like they're going to be opting to go for the Sigma on this defense.
Yeah, and I did think that they might go for the Sigma in the defense. They might go for more of a poke kind of composition. I also like the pick of the Sojourn. We didn't see it last map because she doesn't play into the brawly aspect of the game as much as a Bastion May or Bastion Sim would. However, in a poke composition or more poking composition like Sigma, she works really well. She likes to play from like a mid-range and always keep her enemies at kind of mid-range and only close the distance when she wants. So that's it's like a really nice pick on the Sojourn. Obviously, we've had some OBS issues, so we finally got Lottie back on our OBS. And we couldn't ask for anything more. And see this TP coming out across the map, actually really nice. And the wall! Oh, what a nice wall.
Oh, and Condi is going to find a Q through that, because my goodness, that wall came out in very, very quick response there. Really, really well done. And now as we are getting a little bit of a brawl going into the tighter areas of this little fair ride right now, definitely going to work out in Horrocks' favor. This is probably the area that they want to try to get themselves into, probably because they understand the limitations of the comp that they prefer to run. So they've accommodated for it by going through the underpass, going through the left-hand side of the entryway, TPing over to the right-hand side where they can get to more of those close quarter engagements, trying to deny the opportunity for TREDGAMING to just do essentially just a poke battle. They don't really want to be
going for another teleport.
Oh,
really nice.
Oh, that TP really worked off. Managed to get on. It does look like the members of Horrocks NSE are a little bit scattered, but we have got Icica dropping down. 3 members on point now. We have got the first tick coming out, and Fate got that amplification matrix so quickly. And Tred, they've got the gravitic flux so early on. Huge amounts of ability usage just there. And Sonda manages to find 2 kills, and Icica finishing off Captain Prash with that 5-strike, and they managed to secure themselves the payload.
And this is what I was talking about. The Horrocks NSE using that teleporter, getting into a really powerful advantage position, abusing that teleporter. You saw right there, they TP'd across the high grounds and got behind TREDGAMING. TREDGAMING had their backs exposed. They were sat there and they had to try and reposition really quickly, which they just couldn't do. They really struggled, and that's where they were caught out. That's where the extra damage came in, and that's where the kills started to come through. And I mean, that's exactly how this comp wants to work. It's so well played from them, and it's so much better than what I was even expecting as well. Like, they're really impressing me here with their gameplay.
Yeah, that they are. They honestly, credit to them. They understand the limitations of their comps and they are working around it. And oh my goodness, they managed to get on top of the turret and make their way onto the high ground. The beat drop coming out from Horrocks, and now Sonder has got that mortar strike prepped and ready, trying to see if they can rain hellfire from down below. But the cryo freeze is going to come out just in the nick of time. But the blizzard, like you said, is going to caught Icica completely off guard, and it is looking like that TREDGAMING are going to be coming out on top of this one. That is exactly what's going to be happening. So Fate trying to run away, but unfortunately they can't really do too much, so they're just going to get sent back into the spawn room for the next 6 seconds, and just going to have to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, TREDGAMING finally getting a hold, finally winning a fight on this map. 3 minutes 26 on the clock for Horrocks NSE, so they really don't have much pressure on that time bank at the moment. They obviously will later on into the match if the fights keep going this way, but for now they're doing such a good job of keeping this tempo, and some fights you're not going to win. They did invest 2 ultimates into that last fight, but because they weren't in a position to really rush onto them, beat kind of was lost, and that's a really good TP.
Yeah, that's a very, very quick response from the Ice Wall coming out from SXJ there, and Condi with the overclocker and the beat drop coming out, and Condi finds a lovely, lovely kill onto Fate there. Really, really nicely done. That is 1 member down for Horrocks NSE. I mean, the payload, they're not quite on it, so they're starting to slowly move their way back in this. They're starting to get pushed into a corner now, Horrocks NSE. They're starting to get caged. You can see like the space. They're not even allowed. They're not even allowed to make their way out. And now as the Earth Shatter comes down, Tred finding 2 kills, finding 3 kills in fact. Bit of a waste with that Earth Shatter. There's not a lot of value coming out of it. I mean, the payload is slowly starting to get her make her way forward. Oh my goodness, Akiu nearly almost wasn't
just getting out.
Only just. They were
skin of their teeth.
Jeez, yeah.
That was so close. They almost fell, and that would have been awful if they got that stagger kill. But TREDGAMING doing a really good job of holding. Now they've got 3 ultimates to use, the Blizzard and the Gravitic Flux, and I think they're going to see an aggressive Blizzard coming out. There's the Blizzard and the Photon Barrier coming, but it's just not enough.
No, it's not. I mean, crikey Moses. Photon Barrier coming out from Akiu. Not the best use. I mean, I can understand why they tried to use it in response, but unfortunately they were just stuck between a rock and a hard place, and yeah, that is very, very difficult for them. Oh my goodness, Condi just absolutely rails Fate with that railgun right there, and we are seeing a spawn camp right now, and that is not what you want to be seeing. Captain Prash and Tred not even giving anyone from Horrocks NSE a chance to breathe right now.
That's the thing. If you give the Reinhardt composition space to work with, especially with the teleporter, they're going to use that. They're going to take advantage of the space that you're giving them. So this is really clever play from TREDGAMING here. That's such a good flux.
That is massive. And the beat drop coming out in response is also huge. Manages to keep so many alive, and Akiya managed to take out Captain Prash with the sentry turrets, and then Icica on a hunt for Condi right now, but unfortunately Tred is going to be there and protecting his teammates as they make their way out. And now the members of Horrocks NSE are just going to have to run to this payload and try their best to just get it moving. Amplification matrix coming out a little bit too further forward than they probably would have liked. Reconfiguration form is going to start whistling Tred down, but they are going to be able to come out through the top up of their healers.
And being able to take that fight with no tanks is actually really commendable for Horrocks NSE. They commit that window, but this cart has moved further. There's the mortar strike coming out, trying to find a kill, not going to find anybody, I don't think, but a bit of damage found there. Condi now with this overclock, looking for a flank overclock most likely, but quite far out. That's a brutal kill.
That is a very, very big kill coming out from Tred on Fate there. Yeah, nearly 5 seconds left now. They've really got to make their way and try and touch that payload. I think they're going to be able to get them on there in time, but unfortunately, the Blizzard is going to come out and it's just going to completely zone them off as all the ultimates are coming out now from TREDGAMING. They got 1 point as well as 5.55 meters across the first stretch. So good effort from Horrocks NSE there. I mean, it was a bit more of a difficult battle compared
just
to
before that second point.
Yeah.
And that second point is difficult to get. You have to win a very clean fight to be able to take that. But really well played from TREDGAMING. They bided their time, so they knew they lost the fight. Or you saw where Horrocks NSE commit the window, and Tred just backed off. They took the high ground, and then they were like, okay, we won't take the fight here. We'll wait, and we'll take a fight later, because they've got 15 seconds. They've got 20 seconds. If we take a fight now and lose it, they're going to cap. If we take a fight here, but if we take a fight in 10 seconds, we could win it, and then they don't cap, or we could lose it and then they do cap. It's like, what's the point of giving them the opportunity to take another fight? So really clever play. You saw Tred back up, and he decided not to take the fight in the 5v4, and yeah, recontested with 3-4 ultimates and managed to take the kills away. And that the Blizzard was a big one of zoning that point off and really confirming some kills. But yeah, really well played, really strategic gaming from TREDGAMING there.
Yeah, really well done from TREDGAMING. They definitely look a lot more dominant in this map compared to Lijiang Tower. I feel like the composition that Horrocks NSE are running is starting to slightly put them at a little bit of a disadvantage, especially with the more open areas. So that second part definitely not working in their favour. But as we're going into the second half of this round, Icewall going to be coming up, trying to catch any members of Horrocks NSE off guard, but they've just backed off the point. They did have the high ground, but they have been forced off. Now, as the kinetic grasp is just going to top up Tred a little bit, he's going to start getting peppered down, and now we can see that the members.
That lamp's early.
Yeah, that is a little bit of an early lamp. Like you said, an SXJ is going to take out Icica, and the Captain Brash is going to follow up onto Fate, and everything is just lighting up blue in the kill feed right now. There's not much that Horrocks can do, and Tred just throwing out a little bit of shade there.
It's tactical. Yeah.
Tactical. Yeah.
Nice clean fight from TREDGAMING at the start there. I think the big mistake is the fact that the lamp came out really early. Nobody was really low. It was kind of just thrown off to the side, and then you lose Asaka when you probably, if you had that lamp, you could have saved him. You could have kept him alive, and you could have kept in that fight, and might have even give you the sustain to win the fight. So yeah, that was the big mistake that pointed out to me, was the fact that they lost that. But there's a TP into this little room, nice little reposition, nice quick reposition.
Yeah, exactly that. And now they are trying to look like they can. It looks like Horrocks NSE, they're getting themselves into these like really close quarter positions to try and bait the members of TREDGAMING to come into and visit them. Oh, the ice wall coming out, just trying to see if they can like get Icica on the other side of the wall. But oh, what a lovely cry freeze in response to the fire strike of the amplification matrix. The Blizzard coming out as well as the overclockers, and now members of Horrocks NSE are starting to fall, but my goodness, this fight is starting to slowly drag on a little bit, but now it's starting to get cleaned up. It was the members of Horrocks NSE actually lasted a lot longer than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
When those first kills started coming through, I was expecting TREDGAMING to start cleaning up very quickly after that, but they are going
to get touch?
I don't even think they're going to have a chance.
I don't think they do.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
So that was it?
That was it.
3 fights. 2 fights? 3 fights?
Yeah.
It was what? 2. It was 2 fights. They had 2 fights. TREDGAMING only needed to win 2 fights, and they won the map. So well played from them.
I genuinely thought we actually had a lot more time. Wow.
I thought we were going to have another fight at least. Really well played from TREDGAMING, and you can see the real use of composition, the real use of their timings and their engagement timings. They've got that Sigma, so they can back off and re-engage whenever they like. And with Blizzard World, you've got the space to be able to do that and take advantage of the Brawl composition being up against you. And I mean, Horrocks NSE did a really good job of turning around and trying to TP into the background and teleporting all over the map, repositioning. But because of TREDGAMING on the Sigma, they've now figured out that if they can get a semi-open map, then that's all they need. That's all they need to be able to properly respond to the reposition from the teleportation.
Yeah, exactly. No, they really did well to pick apart Horrocks NSE in Blizzard World there. And I think the flexibility, albeit only 2 of the members changed like the characters they were playing, but it made a huge impact. Condi opted to go for that Sojourn rather than stick on to the Symmetra because of the flexibility of Tred being able to switch off onto the Sigma. With the composition that Horrocks NSE are running, yes, they play it really, really well. They play it really well, but there's that lack of flexibility from what we've been seeing that could be biting Horrocks NSE in the backside, which is what we saw in Blizzard World. Like you said, it was literally only 2 fights. I genuinely thought we had enough time to see at least another team fight.
I thought we were going to get at least one
game
more team fight, but that cart was moving the whole time. The cart was moving along, and I mean, Horrocks NSE weren't standing on it when they were taking the fights. The fights weren't happening on the cart because it wasn't fights where a Reinhardt composition wants to be taking the fight. It wasn't like positions where they wanted to be taking the fight. So they were forced to be taking fights off the cart, which meant the cart was constantly moving, which is why it felt so quick, because the cart was always moving it when the fights were happening. And yeah, it was just over like that.
It was indeed. And now, as we're making our way over into Flashpoint, I think we are going to be going over to Suravasa.
Yeah.
So
very pretty map. We had this yesterday.
We did have this yesterday,
and we had this with TREDGAMING, but they were up against EO. So interesting to see what Horrocks will come out with on this map. But yeah, 1-1 in the series. The series is tied up, so we're going for another 2 maps still at least. So, I mean, Flashpoint is one of those game modes. Some teams have figured it out. Some teams really know how to play it.
Yeah.
Other teams not so much. Suravasa is a much more Rhine-based map. You see a lot more Rhine, Orisa kind of brawl style gameplay on this map. It's not very open. It's very there's a lot of tight corridors and chokes, and there's a lot of like small doorways. There's not much open space for a dive composition to take advantage of, and so that would explain why Horrocks NSE have chosen to go on this map. It's a much more brawl-based map, and they've shown that they can win on the brawl compositions. They can win on the brawl matchup. Yeah,
exactly, definitely. I think it's like you're saying, these map picks are definitely going into the favour of Horrocks NSE, because they need to make sure that they are getting themselves like into these situations where there's like close quarters and like these doorways where they will thrive essentially. We have got Tred going on to the Orisa, and then Horrocks NSE sticking to the same composition, exactly what they've been doing. Have got SXJ now. They are on the Mei once again. It's one of the consistent picks that they've been picking up. They're not opting to go for the Bastion this time. It's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. So now as the round is going to be starting, we are going to be making our way over to the first point. Like relatively both brawly compositions.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I expected. I was expecting both teams to be on the brawl, and this is what Horrocks NSE is not a job. This is exactly what they want. They've shown that they can win on this brawl matchup. However, you see the difference between the Orisa and the Reinhardt, and the Mei and the Sim.
Yeah, there's a little bit more disruption when you have got the Orisa with the Javelin Spin and the Javelin Throw. And Isuka is just going to get absolutely melted down thanks to Condi, as well as SXJ just pummeling so many bullets, and Tred is going to find 2 kills for themselves as well. And we were saying that these types of maps were going to be benefiting for Horrocks NSE, but unfortunately it's just finding out.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
They found the kill. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the kill.
I thought Horrocks was going to be able to like just skate out of there, but no. Condi just had other things to say about it. In fact, so gonna have to wait for Horrocks to regroup. Thankfully for Horrocks NSE, Horrocks is playing the loose here, so he's going to be able to get back relatively quickly. And as they just...
nice TP.
Oh, what a lovely TP that is. Getting on top and just getting straight onto point. That is why they like to use the Symmetra. Now as the Ice will come up, it's just going to back Isuka into a corner, and the Condi is going to end up falling first. I don't say falling first. Condi is going to make Akiyu fall first. Do apologise. And Tred is on such low HP, but they are going to get topped up. XXJ uses that cryo feed to just keep themselves safe and topped up, and Condi is going to fall to the hands of Sonda right now. And SXJ is so close to getting sent back to the spawn room. The amplification matrix comes out from both Takinu and Fate. Let's see who comes out on top. It's all to play for right now as Isuka is just dashing straight in, charging in, hammer in hand, fire striking where he can, and he gets the connection right onto Tred, and Sonder is going to find SXJ in the process as well. And look how low Takino is. I think Isuka is playing with his food a little bit there. He's not going to end up finishing off, but Takino in the process takes out Sonder.
Yeah. I mean, that was a chaotic fight, but the point was flipped halfway through. It's 45% and ticking for Horrocks. NSE is not a job, and this point ticks up so much faster than any of the other points that we see in Control. This point ticks really quickly. There's the early Mortar Strike coming through from Sonder, trying to just deny an engagement from TREDGAMING, but doesn't look like it's going to find anything, but really, really close to taking Tred out. Really close. Tred falling extremely low there.
Yeah, that was a huge amount of damage there coming out from Sonder. Not able to quite secure a kill, but they almost took out Tred, which is actually very, very crucial to Horrocks NSC's game plan. So the first one barrier is going to be coming up, and then Isuka going for the charge, but it's only going to be short way before they cancel. Beat drop coming out from both sides right now, and now everyone is just going to try and scrap for a fight. The Terror Surge coming out, as well as the Mortar Strike, trying to go for that combination, but all it gets is an Immortality Field, and now it could be anyone's game. The TP coming out, trying to get to the backside. Amplification Matrix just really, really trying to do bits for them, but no, it does not matter, because TREDGAMING throughout the battle of attrition, they're the ones that come out on top.
Really, really well played from TREDGAMING there. They bide their time, they wait, and really clever from them as well. Horrocks NSE trying to bait TREDGAMING by putting the teleporter into their backline, but actually standing where they are. But Tred didn't fall for it. They turned around, saw that they hadn't TP'd, and were like, they're staying there. Their window gets dropped down, they've kept their position, they've kept their cover, they were able to survive that window, and that's the big difference maker in that fight.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is, 100%.
Shatter coming out.
Yeah, Condi finding the kill onto Isuka through that reconfiguration. Look how close the rest of the members of NSC Horrocks are. They're just starting to fall down like flies right now. So now as the flashpoint opens up, it's just going to give TREDGAMING just the free opportunity to just take the point straight away. That fight was really, really important for both sides, because whoever won that fight was able to take the flashpoint instantaneously, and that is exactly what TREDGAMING have done. They've got the Blizzard ready now, and look, you can see that Condi is almost close to getting the Mortar Strike. Sonder has the Mortar Strike as well, but that's like really the only ult that Horrocks NSC have. There are a few closer ults coming out for the side of TREDGAMING, so it's going to be very, very difficult.
TP in, the Blizzard has dropped down, Lamp dropped down really quickly, but 2 kills have already gone the way of TREDGAMING, and that's just going to be Horrocks NSC is not a job backing out. That was a really, really fast fight, and I mean, 50% and ticking, you're probably going to get another fight if you're Horrocks NSC, but those stagger kills are not great.
No, they are not. Now, both Condi and Sonder.
Sneaky deaky.
Sneaky beaky.
They're going for a close hold, because they know that if they wait, there's only one fight. Whereas, nice TP, just walk around the tank, going to the point. Sonder finding a kill onto SXJ. And I mean, the Mortar Strike online for Condi here, and actually plenty of ults online for TREDGAMING, as there's the window dropped down by Takuno, heading towards that point, but nobody falls from it. Tred finding the kill onto Horrocks, and there's the combo. Big combination coming through. Oh my
goodness.
The Mortar Strike in with the spear spin. I don't even know what it's called.
Javelin
oh my god,
spin,
javelin spin. And I mean, that's all you need to secure that point.
That was really, really well played. I love that combination. The Terror Surge from Orisa now. It's so good. The Terror Surge, you can set up so many good plays. And I was so glad that I got to witness a Terror Surge Mortar Strike combination, because I think that is exactly what TREDGAMING were trying to do last time, but they just were unsuccessful. Sonder popping out that Mortar Strike for themselves right now, and they've still got the Amplification Matrix as well as the beat drop in the back pocket for Horrocks NSC.
So deep.
With the beat drop coming out for TREDGAMING, I don't think Tred got caught into the radius either. So yeah, no, they're definitely going to lose their life out of that one. Now that as they are on point, they are just going to get forced off right now as a TP coming in. Condi just trying to do whatever they can. 30 HP, 1 HP and a dream, but they are just going to fall, and Akiyu and Sonder are just going to take them out. Nicely done from Horrocks NSC. They managed to take the first point.
Big mistake from Tred there, just going in, expecting to be hit by that beat and just didn't. And I mean, that's really what cost them the fight. Clearly it was planned, clearly the beat was meant to hit him, but Yeah, just didn't connect, and that was the big mistake. And so it meant that Tread falling early, you had no tank in that fight, and it meant that Horrocks NSE is not a job, could just engage really nice and really quick. Nice window fire strike coming through, and no kills found with it, unfortunately.
No, I mean, Tread trying to go in with his fortification, trying to do as much disruption as they can, but right now, it looks like that.
Oh, the blizzard was wasted!
The blizzard, there was almost, but they managed to get out in the nick of time thanks to that teleporter. But yeah, and the more strike coming out as well from Condi, not able to find anyone. Takuno finding Horrocks in this opening fight, and oh my goodness, that immortality lamp came up in the nick of time, preventing SXJ from getting hit, and Condi taking out Asaki.
You know what? I really big props to the Rhine player there, because I would have just gone for a shatter there. I see a Bastion and a Mei in front of me, and I know the Mei's used her cooldowns. I'm going for a shatter there, so really good for him for holding on to that ult. They know that they need it for the next fight, and as you can see, Horrocks NSE on the border of 2 more ults, including the shatter. So this could be a big fight coming through for them, as TREDGAMING has nothing online.
No, they do not, and now some of the ultimates are starting. I think, no, they're not going to start making the way through because they've... Oh, I said, geez, make a decision, please!
Sonder getting around the corner. And I don't understand this. Sonder keeps going for the really early mortar strikes and just finds nothing with it each time. There's the shatter coming down, but doesn't hit! It doesn't actually hit the ground. And Asaka gets taken out before it hits, but the kills are going the way of Horrocks NSE. Sonder with that window being able to actually get a lot of damage down, but the beat is there from TREDGAMING, and it looks like this point is going to be held.
Wow, I don't even know what to say, because I thought, like, the way that NSE, they were on the back foot at the start of that fight.
98%.
And all of a sudden...
That's it!
That's it!
Oh my god!
TREDGAMING
so
2-0.
Well yeah.
Wow, I feel like I feel like my timing is horribly off right now, because I felt like Isuka was going to be able to touch that point. We had a little bit more. I thought we were going to
get a touch as well.
I thought we were going to have a little bit more of an opportunity to speak, but apparently not. No, the Terror Surge coming out, just drawing Isuka completely off, and look at this combination.
That's just
wow, that
good.
was so nice.
Yeah. Really, really well played from TREDGAMING. Really good zoning. Again, they did it on Blizzard World. They've done it on Savasa. They really, really good job of zoning off Horrocks NSE. And it's now looking like Horrocks NSE are going to need to switch up their composition and move away from the Reinhardt rule, because it's definitely being taken advantage of.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, TREDGAMING, they're looking so good right now, because they can't match Horrocks NSE in the comp that they play. They're just going to get beaten every time, and I think that yeah, exactly, they know that. So they are going to be picking the picks that are going to be taking advantage of the fact of the limited range that Horrocks NSE have. I mean, the only range that they really have is Baptiste and Bastion. I mean, Baptiste at a stretch, let's be honest. At a stretch. I mean, it's only really Sonder that can really do any damage with the Bastion. But then with TREDGAMING, they can just back off, just give a little bit of space and just take advantage of a bit more of the
take advantage of the timing as
exactly,
well.
Yeah.
Their engagement timing's really good.
And speaking of timing, I have to commend Tread for the ultimate timings. Yeah. It just always seemed that Tread had the ultimate up at exactly the right time when they needed it. They had it when Condi had the mortar strike for that really good combination, like combo, and then they had it up exactly when Isuka was just about to touch point. They just brought him away, not even giving him a chance.
He would have got the touch.
He would have.
Yeah. And then the Terror Surge comes in, and I'm not in charge anymore.
It's like, well, okay, right, fine, okay. I guess I can't touch point.
I guess you can't touch point. I guess you win this map.
Yeah,
we'll get you next.
Yeah, exactly. And then, was it 2-1 now to TREDGAMING? Yeah. So
and that was a dominant map as well. That was a 3-0 victory on Flashpoint, and so TREDGAMING definitely looking a bit more dominant in the series. 100%.
So TREDGAMING, they are 1 point away from taking the series and going to the grand final. But before that, we are going to go over to a short break right now. I think we all need a little bit of it. It's been very, very chaotic for the players, for us over on the production area. So we are just going to quickly take a short break. So we'll see you all back very shortly.
let you deny. The dream of life is all I find.
Hello Overclockers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's A-Tuck when you need him?
Hello everyone and welcome back to Epic 40 powered by Intel, sponsored by Overclockers, MSI, Noble Chairs and Draytech. We've just come back from a short little break here in Overwatch. So far it's 2-1 to Tred Gaming. We played Lijiang Tower, Blizzard World and just recently Suravasa. Yes, yeah, and Tred Gaming, they just won the last 2 maps, but Horrocks did upset them on that Lijiang Tower pick, and it was quite the sight to see.
First map, Horrocks NSE managed to take in quite convincing fashion.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we go to Blizzard World, and the script is completely flipped. Tred Gaming on top, looking really, really strong. And now we're going into our 4th game mode push. It could possibly be our last map. It's 2-1 to Tred Gaming. So if they come out on top on this map, that's them winning the series. And then going into our grand finals, that's a big thing as well. Got to point out, the winner of this series goes into our grand finals.
Yes, with this being the upper bracket finals, yes, like you said, whoever wins this is going to take a nice sweet trip to the grand finals later at 6:30. So they've got plenty of time to rest. Whereas it's either going to be Horrocks or Tred. One of them will make their way down into the lower brackets, where they're going to have to fight once more in order to secure themselves a place into the grand finals. But with Tred Gaming having the advantage there, they have put Horrocks on the bit of the back foot there. And I feel like with Esperanza as well, I feel like the composition is going to be working more towards Tred Gaming, and in their flexibility with those just like more open areas. It's kind of going to go against Horrocks NSE and what they're used to. And speaking of that, it's very interesting to see Horrocks on the live fever. But again,
things might change. Although I have seen this, like the Life Weaver pick in the Reinhardt composition is works, but as I say it, he switched off onto Lucio. So we're not going to be seeing that. But we are seeing Tred Gaming on a new composition. They're running the Doomfist. They're playing Mystery Heroes now. Like switching their composition each map. They've got a different composition for each map, and it catches people off guard. And you also see the Genji and the Ana coming out. It's going to be a proper dive composition coming through. And that's exactly what I was saying at the start. This team, they do look like they want to be more of a dive composition team.
Yeah, exactly that. And we do see that Horrocks NSE, they are wrapping around the outskirts of the point right now, just trying to get into those more closed off areas, but they are trying to just contest the cart a little bit, try and contest the robot to try and make it push. But with how open it is on the point, it's going to be very, very difficult for Horrocks to just make the way forward. As you can see, Akiyu nearly getting taken out from the railgun right there.
That point's moving. They're making the push, and Horrocks NSE have to get there. They have to move quick. TP's going to come out.
Yeah, and the TP's going to come out, and it's going to be Organs blading the nade coming out, and Sonder gets fallen down. But Isuka gets a lovely, lovely little 2-piece combo right there, and that is really looking good if you are Horrocks NSE right now. They managed to put Tred into a corner, into the back where the health pack is, but that cart is still going to get pushed a little bit further. I say cart, it's a robot.
It's a robot.
We're too used to the old format.
Yeah.
Because the cart used to be the only thing that was being pushed inside Overwatch.
And now we've got this lovely Barry the robot or something. I can't even remember what his name
Barry
is.
the bot. I didn't even
Barry
know
the bot. But yeah, we got the bot, and Tred Gaming still in the lead. So Horrocks NSE do need another fight win, as it looks like Tred Gaming are going to be able to stop. And actually, they've started moving that bot back a little bit. SXJ just on the back line on the Genji.
Yes, so that robot is starting to move a little bit further forward, but it's going to get back in control in the hands of Horrocks NSE as they are starting to make their way back. Condi just getting topped up, and the TP coming out onto the top, as well as the Matrix. I can't speak today. And then Nanoblade is going to be coming out. Can they find any value? Unfortunately not, as SXJ is going to get pummeled right into the kitchen, roasted, toasted, packed up and posted, as they're going to get cooked for tonight's meal for Horrocks NSE. Tred managing to find the kill onto Fate right now, and now it's all even steams in terms of numbers, but Connie is going to just change the tides, and Takuna is going to find the kill onto Sonder as the overclocker from Condi comes out, finds huge value, and now we have got Isuka just completely just backed up into the doorway as they get naded away.
That is literally the definition of every fight is winnable.
Yeah.
It was looking like Horrocks NSE is not a job. We're doing so well. They were going to come away with that fight. They were doing such a good job, found 2 early kills, and then Tred Gaming just like, no, we'll overclock, and every fight's winnable. Every fight is winnable. There's the photon barrier coming out as that early engagement tool used, and I think Tred Gaming are just going to try and look to disengage, but SXJ is just that little bit too deep.
Yeah, SXJ just fall into the hands of the Q. 4v5 situation now. It's not looking good for TREDGAMING. I mean, those early picks just coming out, it's going to really cost them. And then Sonder with the Mortar Strike. Oh my goodness, for a little old lady, Takuna is really showing that she is an agile one. And then as Captain Prash is just trying to like wall ride over, and then the
flying
bastion. Operation Flying Squirrel out over here.
Takes out Takuno.
Yeah, Captain Prash has got the beat drop ready and waiting, as well as Horrocks, and the beat drop does come out from Captain Prash, and the Horrocks does one in response as they just make their way over to the robot to try and keep it safe, and Isuka just charging straight into Connie, not even giving them a room to breathe in order before they fall. And now, oh my goodness, Tred is just getting completely zoned away before they were able to take out Akiyu.
Yeah, Asaka now with the Shatter online, and Fate coming up with a amplification matrix. That's how you say it, amplification. And TREDGAMING, they're coming closer to that Nano Blade, and they might try and go for it again, but it didn't work last time. And as we saw in the last series, Nano Doom can be very, very effective. But this bot is kind of back and forth. Horrocks NSE with the lead at the moment, and just kind of keeping the bot where it is. If you're TREDGAMING, you're the one who has to engage onto them. You're the one who has to actually win the fight and take control. And there it is, I predicted it. Nano coming out onto Tred, but that Shatter comes down, shuts him down for that small amount of time, but it's a little too late.
My goodness, that is the second the Nano boost on the Doomfist came up and the engage, the kill feed lit up instantly blue. There wasn't even a second in between all four of those kills. They just happened exactly at the same time, and that just shows you the coordination and the execution that TREDGAMING can do when they want to perform an attack, and that was really, really well done. They're going to completely take control of this robot as it's pushing the barricade towards the first checkpoint. We do have Akiyu teleporting the team members.
There's that blade
top, and then the blade.
Pulled.
Yeah, the blade is going to come out.
on the high ground, forced to use his deflect as he falls extremely low, not going to find anything with it. And Captain Prash, though, falling down to a turret from Akiyu. And, I mean, this looks like it's going the way of a Horrocks NSE is not a job, but then again, Condi on the backline with the overclock might go for it from this high ground position that they're rotating to.
Yeah, you can see that SXJ is also like reconvening with Takinu and Condi. Oh, they have been spotted though, thanks to the Mortar Strike. Just using it for a little bit more of a scouting tour is what it seems like.
I was going to say, yeah. It looked a lot more like that wasn't being used for value, but it's again the problem that I had with Sonder in the previous fights, where he wasn't like using his ult actively, he was using it too early, and that's a beautiful shot. Horrocks going down mid-air, railgun shot from Condi. Fate does find the kill onto Condi, but Tred finding the kill onto Fate, and this point is almost capped. Horrocks NSE is not a job, has taken advantage of this point, and there you go. The point will be capped as Tred falls to a beautiful pin from Asaka. 42 health for Asaka here. Is going to fall double blade. Double kill with that dash. Double kill with that dash. Beautiful.
Oh my goodness. That was really nicely done from SXJ to just get those eliminations with the dash right there. That was, my goodness, it almost looked like it was a ghost dash, almost, from what I saw, like, with just how very quick it was. But there's the TP, and Tred is just ready there with his fist in hand, balling up and just bonks them off, denies them the opportunity to get up onto the high ground, and back down they fall. This barricade is just slowly moving, and now it's going to inch a little bit further, and it's and they managed to match it to Horrocks NSE. The Nano Boost coming down, they are going to get punched down into the stele, nice. And Fate is sealed thanks to that melee attack, and now beat drop as well as the amplification matrix coming out, but unfortunately for the side of Horrocks NSE, it's just the kill feed is lit up all blue right now. There's not much they could do. Horrocks is he just falls in the end, unfortunately.
Yeah, tried to stall the point out, and TREDGAMING are most likely going to take the lead here as they're going to continue pushing even though they've capped. Yeah, there you go, there's the lead, and it's 2 minutes 48 on the clock. So not much time left in the time bank, but enough to be able to take an advantage back if your Horrocks NSE is not a job. That's a beautiful anti, 5-man anti coming out on that teleporter, and that's just going to be a quick, clean fight.
Wow,
Takuna.
There's no words.
There's no words. That was just, I think it was a 4-man anti. The beautiful 4-man anti. Blade was pulled from SXJ, but it probably wasn't even needed. Found 2 kills with it. And yeah, there's another really, really early Mortar Strike from Sonder.
Oh, and SXJ was on the hunt from Sunder there, but Akio saw exactly what was going to happen, and they just went to the rescue of Sunder, and they just saved them from SXJ's presence. And now they are having to back up TREDGAMING, but you can see that Takino was such low on health, but they managed to top up in the nick of time thanks to that health back, and Akio just chased the kill a little bit too far. They got a little bit overzealous right there.
Every fight is winnable.
And every fight is winnable as TREDGAMING are coming out on top. They are finding the eliminations that they need.
Tred is doing a really good job tracking those kills and managing to land those shots, getting plenty of damage and really, really good cooldown usage as well, just showing that they know exactly how long they've got between each cooldown. And as Fate is just on this side, looked like they were trying to find that kill, but out they do. Takuno with that finish finds the kill onto Fate. No Baptiste in this fight for Horrocks. NSE is not a job, and they're still going to try and engage. There's the nano onto Tred. He's stunned by the shatter, and Isaka has found the fire strike onto Takuno. Did find the pin onto SXJ, but decides to cancel the pin. He didn't think he was going to get anyone. Captain Prash falling down to Sonder, but SXJ is going to find the kill onto Sonder, and that looks like Horrocks NSE is going to come out on top.
Wow, I mean, I thought it was going to go in the way of TREDGAMING. I mean, in that Earth Shatter, we did, I don't know if you saw or noticed, but Tred did get nano, but he also got caught in the Earth Shatter, but no one from Horrocks NSE actually noticed it. So he was just able to stay alive. It was just taking a nice, well, I say nice, relaxing, lay down against his will. But as the beat drop coming out from Horrocks, the robot is going to be getting pushed a little bit further.
It's another early beat. It's another early ultimate coming out from them. There's this photon barrier, and this fight still doesn't feel like it's really kicked off yet. It's kind of in a stalemate. That's a beautiful anti.
Oh, and the Dragon Blade coming out. SXJ managed to find one, finds two, and Sonder manages to find Condi in the chaos of it all, but no, that is going to be a team kill.
And 5 seconds on the clock. It's TREDGAMING going to be taking it. Really well played from them.
Congratulations, TREDGAMING 3-1. They have secured themselves a spot in the grand final later tonight. Horrocks NSE, they are going to get sent down to lowers, but they do have one more opportunity to get themselves into the grand finals, into the lower uppers, I'm
going to predict that this is the anti-nade, the 4-man anti-nade.
100%. Oh, look at that. That was massive.
So nice.
That was so good. I mean, Takuno's nades in this map have been so on point. They were so pivotal into winning the team fights. We saw it multiple times on different occasions where was it Horrocks NSE, they were going to go for an engage with the teleporter, but the second that teleporter popped up, boom, nade came out. All like 4 or 5 members, it was mainly 4 members, they just all antied. And there's nothing that they can do because TREDGAMING, the second they saw people light up purple, that was it.
That was it. They're in. They're in. And that's exactly what's showing. TREDGAMING doing a really good job of taking advantage of the composition, and they now know how to take advantage of Horrocks NSE, and they've done it on multiple different compositions. Really, really well played from them. Really strategic minds, and I'm really, really impressed with how they played. I'm excited to see them in the grand finals.
100%. I think we all are. I mean, after that performance from TREDGAMING, yes, Lijiang Tower looked a little bit shaky with the upset from Horrocks NSE, but after that, TREDGAMING looked so good. Their coordination was spectacular. I know we were saying yesterday that they were off-rolling yesterday against Horrocks NSE, but today they weren't even going to give them an opportunity. They stuck to their main roles, and they show why they're one of the contenders to be winning this entire tournament.
Exactly. And so, really well played from them. Congratulations to TREDGAMING on going to our grand finals, and Horrocks NSE now moving on to the lower bracket, and we will see them in our next match, so don't go anywhere.